Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my guide to picking up easy points and finishing high up the board in Conquest. I'll give you my quick tips and tricks first, and then I'll provide you with my breakdown of the different stages of Conquest and what to do at each stage. Now if you end up finding this video helpful or enjoyable, then I genuinely appreciate you taking that split second to hit the like button as always. With that being said, I got the inspiration to make this video yesterday. Want to know why? Well, it's because I jumped into Conquest to try to unlock one of the new DLC weapons, and I played 3 full games. Those games ended with me finishing second on my team, second again on my team, and finally first on my team. And I wasn't doing anything special at all. Now I'm not basing this guide off just 3 games of Conquest obviously, as this happens fairly consistently. But this happening yesterday 3 times in a row just made me think that so many people must be missing out on easy points. This is all from a guy with a pretty low score per minute compared to my other stats. I guess that's what happens when you play Domination almost exclusively for the first 7 or 8 months of the game. Yeah, it really hits your score per minute hard. But the point is that if I can make this happen with relatively little Conquest experience, then most of you guys can too. Just to ram this point home, I want you to note that I wasn't using one of my go-to weapons because I was trying to complete a challenge. I wasn't playing with a squad, it was just me and my girlfriend. I spawned into game 2 a minute late and missed the first 2 flag caps, and I only use vehicles for transport in these 3 games. Obviously using vehicles for kills is another great way to get loads of points, but that isn't really my style currently, so I'll let someone else make that video. And finally, I didn't have massive kill totals in any of the games. I got 22 kills, 35 kills and 28 kills. They're decent games, but they're nothing exceptional at all. Now I'm going to use those 3 matches as the gameplay for this video, so the footage won't always be relevant to what I'm talking about, but if you listen to me you'll get the idea. So my quick and easy tips for easy points begins with spot everything you see. Literally everything. I press the spot button probably hundreds of times every game. Those spot assists really do add up, but it also helps those around you. This can help you to stay alive, take a flag, maybe even just win the game as a whole. So spot everything you see. People, planes, tanks, whatever it is. It all helps, and it can all gain you easy passive points while you're doing other things. Next up is shoot almost everything. Not absolutely everything, as sometimes you don't want to give away your position, but don't be one of those guys that doesn't take a shot because you won't get the kill. Assists also add up. Plus, this is why some snipers and vehicle users can have massive streaks on the enemy team. If you don't put a bullet in that sniper or throw your nade at a tank because you won't destroy it or kill him, then what's to stop the other people around you from thinking the same? If you were all to focus that tank, then it can be an entirely different story. Plus, you can get points for assist, vehicle destruction, kills, etc, etc. So if you see an opportunity to put damage into something in a safe manner, then do it. My third tip is to use your equipment. Yes, this seems obvious, but again I can point to those leaderboards at the start. The evidence is consistently there that people aren't maximizing their potential points and thus aren't being as productive as they can be. In these games I was healing and reviving like crazy. The points I picked up from that must have been insane. You too can boost your points in the same way. Support can supply ammo, repair vehicles, mortar from a distance, etc. Scouts can use flares and periscopes, and assault players can blow up literally everything. It's not all just about your gun. Use your equipment. It nets you massive easy points and helps your team. From there we'll move to marking objectives. If you're the squad leader, then make sure you're marking those flags. It's the epitome of easy bonus points. If you're not the squad leader, then be sure to request orders when your leader isn't doing a good job of it. Everyone forgets sometimes. I get replaced to the squad leader sometimes as well if I'm too busy with doing something else. Just make sure you or whoever is leading the squad is marking those objectives. It's crucial to a big score. My final tip before I get into the breakdown of the different stages of a Conquest match is to play around those objectives and focus on the win. The action is almost always focused around the flags. This gives you the most opportunity to capture and defend those flags, get kills, use equipment for your team, and whatever else. There will likely be a front or fronts where your team are bunched up and pushing together. Use this to your advantage. Having the mentality that you want to win while doing this will keep your productivity levels high. You should always be looking for how you can be most productive. And with those tips out of the way, let's get into the basic stages of a Conquest match and what to do in each one. First we have the setup. Here your goal is to capture those flags. Don't hang around wondering what to do. Get to your home flag or whatever you're trying to get to. Vehicles are great for this this at the start of the game. Mark those flags that you're capturing, and also the ones being captured elsewhere for easy bonus points. If you've done this, then you've likely just put yourself pretty high up the board straight away, so now you have a solid foundation to work with. Stage 2 is push or defend, so you've captured your early flags. Now decide if you need to hold your position or push the next objective. Did your team capture the majority of flags off the start or no? Are the enemy trying to rush the flag that you're at? Work out what's happening and act accordingly. Stage 3 is work with the flow. Remember when I said play around the objectives and joining the front? This is where that tip comes into play. Work with the flow of your team. Support or lead them. Use the front or fronts and stay involved. You can use your minimap to work out the flow of the battle most of the time. Make sure you know what you should be doing and where you should be going. If your team are pushing, then maybe push with them. If you're losing a flag that you're near, then hold and defend it. Are your team trying to go for a big flank or take out a vehicle? Work with that. Work with the flow. The final stage is the late game. You're coming to the end of the match and you need to decide what you're doing. This is where you might need to abandon the flow. Maybe you need a crazy attempt at a flag or ridiculous flank. Perhaps you need to sit and defend from afar for the final 100 points. This could be an all-out defensive moment. It could be a Hail Mary or anything else in between. Whatever your play is, decide what it's going to be and make it. This is where your winning mentality comes into play. And that is my guide to easy conquest points. Obviously, this isn't going to cover 100% of conquest matches, but it gives you a solid base to work from for the majority of the time. Now get into the comment section below and let me know your tips. Feel free to like, favorite, and subscribe. I'm GetGoodGuy and I'll see you next time. Laters.